Alright.
Welcome to Bomberman build, you explosive bastards. This build focuses on one thing, and that is throwing grenades and killing everyone around us. Explosives build can be built in many ways. Rogues, rangers, wizards, they are all fine for this particular build. If you want, you can also go assassin subclass and throw bombs from shadows to get the assassinate passive with it. It's up to you, plenty of options on how to play. Ingredients to craft these grenades can be found in Exotic Herbs shop in Eketaka in Periki's Overlook district, and it all respawns every 24 hours, I believe. Anyway, this is my version of Bomberman.
This weapon's no good to me.
There are plenty of options for explosives build. You can go for Wizard, it's gonna give you some tanky spells for you to survive. Multiclass it with Ranger to get increased accuracy bonuses. Multiclass Rogue and Wizard, whatever the hell you want. There are plenty of options. So you can move from shadows to shadows throwing grenades at enemies. So there are plenty of versions. This one is Fighter and Rogue combination. Fighter no subclass, although you can go with Unbroken subclass. I went with no subclass because Unbroken gives us more recovery time, which I don't like, so I put it as no subclass. Rogue Street Fighter because of the weapon crit damage increase when we are both flanked and bloodied. Sneak attack works with bombs, and later on it becomes dead blows, so instead of plus 30% damage you're gonna get plus 50% damage with dead blows. So my idea was to run in with persistent distraction passive and everyone would be distracted, available for flanking, then I just throw bomb on the floor. I even hit myself, but thanks to high dexterity and perception and some other bonuses, our reflex will save us from the bomb while others will just drop dead. For race, go whatever you want. Most important two stats for this are might and perception. Might increases directly damage done with bombs, while perception increases accuracy, and we need a lot of it. I went with maximum dexterity as well. Maximum dexterity mainly so that we can throw more bombs in short period of time. Intellect can also be used to a great extent with bombs, but I don't find it that necessary. Simply put, area of effect by default of these bombs is huge, except maybe for implosion charge, the last bomb that you get, and that is the most powerful one. It would be good to have higher area of effect with that, but I don't find it as an absolutely most important thing. Oh yeah, it would also increase the duration of that grenade. What you can always do at the beginning of the battle, have someone buff you with higher intellect, like Priest with Litany for the Spirit. Resolve is not needed that much. It doesn't affect grenades in any way. Obviously go for Explosives active skill, it is the most important one. From Fighter active abilities, what you need is Discipline Barrage upgraded to Discipline Strikes. It turns grazes to hits and hits to crits. It works well with Uncanny Luck as well. Plus you also get Dirty Fighting, 10% of hits converted to crits, so when all of it stacks, it's a really nice thing. Your other option is Tactical Barrage. This will give you Acute, which is plus 5 intellect. That will increase radius and duration of implosion charge. As I said, I'm pretty happy with that grenade on its own, so I don't find the need to go for higher intellect. These grenades are effective as is. Fighter stance upgraded to Conqueror stance, so that we get plus 5 accuracy. And then Unbending upgraded to Unbending Trunk, that way we can get healed by taking damage. If you want, you can take also Vigorous Defense upgraded to Refreshing Defense, that's an optional thing. If you're playing solo, I would recommend this. Constant Recovery upgraded to Rapid Recovery is a must. Weapon and Shield style. It will also apply shield deflection bonus to Reflex, which we desperately need to avoid our own bombs. Hold the line is a nice one so that we can get +1 enemies engaged. More enemies engaged, more chances to do sneak attack with grenades. Snake's reflexes, definitely get that one. Uncanny luck. Improved critical. Armored grace. And that would be all. From rogue abilities, what you need is absolutely nothing from active ones. Maybe if you want, you can go for the finishing blow to finish someone if you want. From passive abilities, the ones that you desperately need are Dirty Fighting to convert some of the hits to crits. Deep Pockets to increase quick item slots, that means simply more grenade choice. That is quite good. I went with combat focus so that I don't get interrupted every time I try to cast a grenade. Persistent distraction is a must. Adept evasion is also a must. And also death blows. As for the rest of the points, put them where you want. As for gear, go for Ring of Overseeing, plus 10% area of effect, that could be really nice. And if you want to buff your intellect through necklaces and other means possible. I also went with Gauntlets of Ogre Might to increase my might even further. For shield, use small shield so that you don't get accuracy penalty. And for weapon I went with Dagger so that I can turn its modal ability, that would increase my deflection rating. Since we are not gonna use the bloody thing anyway. Try to have multiple types of grenade damage so that you don't get stuck with only one damage type that will get negated through enemies' resistance. Concussion grenades, implosion charges, blister bombs are all fantastic choices later on, and you can add some more elemental grenades just to add to that damage variation. Goal here is simple. Use at the beginning of combat discipline strikes, go amongst enemies, wait for them to engage you, and then start dropping down bombs. Thanks to your high reflexes, you won't have any problems surviving it. Sometimes you will encounter enemies that are immune to crush damage, which most of these high damaging grenades are, so that's when I'm gonna use blister bombs to do corrode damage. That's the only thing you have to do. You put on discipline strikes at the beginning of combat and then start dropping down bombs. But pay attention to enemies' resistance. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed the build, and see you all soon.